Good morning, everyone. Happy My Monday to one and all, your Tuesday. Welcome to the latest edition of the Disney Morning Show, the very special February 10th, 2026 edition, the only one of its kind in the history of mankind. My name is Jimmy Mosley, co-founder here at Laughing Place. That is Kyle Burbank, our executive editorial director. Thank you to whomever sat in this spot yesterday.
That was Luke.
Luke. Thank you, Luke, for being here yesterday. While I was on assignment. Say some quick hellos to everybody.
You know what? You actually did do something. I don't give you crap about saying that.
I was legit on assignment this time. Hello, Fred Ramirez. How you doing? Christian, Nikki B, thank you for the update. Up 2K, 223. A million.
And those Seahawks.
A million maybe isn't out of the realm of possibility, but it probably is. Gio, nice to see you. Oh, that's not.
Wait till we go to Dancing with the Stars con, Doobie. Then our numbers are gonna.
Would not shock me. All right, let's get started. All right, at this time yesterday, the Disney stock was at a measly 107.57. Let us take a look today, where it is up to 110.69. It is booming today. What's going on, Kyle?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe people are excited about Super Bowl 61 and all the stuff Disney's been talking about.
I mean, that's over 3%.
Or maybe they read Sorcerer's Streak and just wanted to
pump it up. That's a lot. So good going, Disney. Good going, Josh D. Let's keep it up. The Disney Adventure, Disney's next cruise ship, has made its way to Los Angeles, which means it went through the Panama Canal, which was kind of cool because it was in Florida, through the canal, and now it's made its way to Los Angeles as it is in the midst of a 2-month journey that started in Germany and will eventually end in its home port of Singapore. The maiden voyage is again March 10th. I'm not sure why it was in Los Angeles, but it was. So it's off already, and it's on its way across the Pacific Ocean. It will have a stop in Tokyo as well, and then ultimately in Singapore, as we mentioned, for cruises to nowhere. Get on the ship, sail out in the ocean for a while, get off the ship. There's your cruise.
Yeah,
is that good enough?
Benji's.
Why can't I hear?
It's going to be wrong.
Talking?
I'm talking, yeah. Okay, well, I'll keep talking then. But Benji on our podcast for Bold Prediction said that he thought this ship was going to be delayed, but
it's
we're
me,
and I feel like we would know that by now. So I don't think he's going to be right on that. We're going to wait for Doobie to fix his audio any second now. Maybe the Wish is going further east. Maybe there's, I don't know. They announced some new cruises this morning. We don't have it on our list quite yet because we'll talk about it tomorrow. That's what happens with late breaking news. But yes, they announced 2027 itineraries for Disney Cruise Line, so you can check that out on Laughing Place.
Am I audible?
I can hear you. You can hear me.
Problem solved. My whole getup just disappeared on me for some strange reason. But it's all right.
I was just saying Benji's bold prediction is hopefully going to be wrong because it would be very, very inconvenient if they delayed it now.
Hopefully it's got to be wrong. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think you mentioned that 2027 itineraries were released this morning?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll get to those
and stuff that you can check out on Laughing Place. But we're going to talk about special deals that are coming to Walt Disney World early this summer. From May 1st through July 29th, you could save up to 30% on bookings of 5 or more consecutive nights, or 5 points less than that if it's a 4 nights. And of course, these are tiered by which property you're talking about. So your upper tiers are going to be the 30%, but it goes all the way down to 15% for Disney's Art of Animation, and that's only 10%. I say only 10%, still a lot for how much they charge on 4 nights. So we recommend that you talk to our friends at mousefantravel.com. They can help you figure out the best deals. See, especially if you already had booked dates for these, you can see if they can help you take advantage of this offer. And I used the timer to take that banner off.
Oh, well, way to go. You may not be aware of this, Kyle. I know this has been kind of on the DL, but did you know Disney has the Super Bowl next year?
I heard rumor. I didn't know if that was official.
It is official. Super Bowl 61 will be for the first time on ESPN and ABC, which it has been on before. But, really the first time since this whole new way of doing things. We're really excited to see what Disney's going to do with this next year. Coming from Los Angeles, and everything. And we're not the only people excited, but the Disney characters themselves are excited to be going to the Super Bowl. They put out this really cool spot yesterday, which I'm not playing the audio for, but you can see what's going on. They're going to the Super Bowl. Buzz and Woody are going. Darth Vader is going.
Wasn't he on the Seahawks defense?
Very good. Iron Man, Carl, of course, everyone in the Disney family, the Manning cast, Bluey, Logan, and Deadpool are going.
Jason Kelce.
So this is a really fun spot just to start the hype for this big event. Go check it out. And then it comes as the whole Disney family, Abbott Elementary, Family Guy, Muppets. It's all in here.
Don't expect to actually see them all at the Super Bowl.
I don't know that. They're on their way. If they don't get there, that means some tragedy happened on the way. This reminds me of the Coming Home commercials for Disneyland's 50th, where everyone was getting on the way.
If you've ever watched a walk and talk that Tony's been a part of from Disneyland, you've probably seen that commercial because that's what he plays when Mike has to put his camera down to go through the turnstile.
Oh, that's very clever. I like that. So anyway, that's just the beginning of the hype that will not cease for quite a while. I believe it's Valentine's Day next year is the Super Bowl.
Yeah. A little unfortunate for ESPN, I'd say, but we'll see.
We're putting marriages to the test. And speaking of Super Bowl, that was last Sunday where the Seahawks and their feeble defense somehow barely squeaked by the mighty Drake May-led New England Patriots. And as is the tradition, they went to Disneyland. Why am I hitting the wrong button so much? Goodness, I keep hitting stop share.
Because we did 3 stories and then you went out just like your Patriots.
Wow. That was good. Anyway, they were paraded. Notice this spectacular camera work. I did not need to pause. Oh my goodness. I am pathetic. Right, slow down.
He's rusty. He missed exactly one show.
Hit mute. There we go. Look at that spectacular camera work. That's me. I took this film. I'm very proud of having something actually appear on Laughing Place. And so, yeah, Kenneth and Sam were there. Let's skip ahead to their parts. The confetti was flying. They were waving. Their family was right across from me, I believe. I'm not 100%, but I think so. And a lot of Seahawks fans, talked to a lot of Seahawks fans there. I was sitting right next to a lady who actually went to the game, bought tickets back to Washington and to LA, depending on the result of it. Used the ones to LA, came to Disneyland.
She didn't want to just go enjoy Disneyland anyway? In case.
Hey, she's exhausted. She's at Disneyland and she's leaving after the parade. She says, I'm exhausted. I got to work tomorrow. I just came to see the parade. So anyway, always a lot of fun. And that was just, go ahead.
The thing that struck me is like, do you think Disneyland was like, we have to find Seahawks colored balloons? Like, that's way harder than finding Patriots colored balloons.
It is. And they did not have the Lombardi shaped confetti, which I don't know if they do that in LA.
Yeah, I saw Rebecca say the ones that I've been to, I think it's just regular confetti. Like, I feel like that would be, first of all, really expensive to get Lombardi, and they're also probably right to choose.
They've done it in Florida. I'm sure they do it in Florida. I'm just not sure they've done it in LA. When you do this in Florida, it is Lombardi shaped. And that was just a part of the fun yesterday. So yesterday was a part of what they're calling the handoff. Get it? Because football, handoff. I actually did not get that for the longest time. So the Super Bowl goes from 60 to 61. It's been handed to Disney now, and they were just doing a lot of stuff at the park in celebration. They had First Take was broadcasting from there when the park opened, which was a lot of fun. Got to see Cam Newton in person. He is a big guy. Oh my goodness.
Did you get to interact with him at all?
Yeah, shut up. He was like walking out and surrounded, not by high security, but just by a couple of Disney people, and he just towers over everybody. I see why he got no calls, no roughing the quarterback calls, because he was bigger. He was standing next to Ryan Clark, an NFL football player, and just towering over him.
And he's got then the hat adds another 6 inches.
Stephen A. Smith was there, Ryan Clark, Marcus Spears, just having a good old time doing First Take. I loved watching this in person. Dan Orlovsky put him the ears on. Later on, they did some Sports Center from here. This is one of my favorite pictures of Ryan Clark just chomping on popcorn while talking to the Seahawks fans, talking smack with each other. Just so much fun. Great experience. I hope this becomes, with the Super Bowl, I hope they do more of this throughout the year, and especially in next year's Super Bowl. Tons and tons of fun. And yes, Cam Newton did have some comments for me, which I shall keep to myself.
Was that like while he was on the air or just like in between?
So we were sitting, and I wasn't even talking to him. He was off the air. He was standing over there, and there's fans over here. Some people are like talking to me, Cam, but not a lot. It's amazing how little these people are bothered. And I was looking at him, and I was not talking to him. I was not trying to get his attention. He was looking at me. And the only reason I'm not repeating the conversation is because I am not 100% sure he was talking to me or he said it. I'm 99% sure, but not 100. So
if it were Denzel, you'd be sure.
I'll keep it to myself. Yeah, if it were Denzel, I'd be sure. But it was funny. It was funny. I wish I had realized it in real time because I would have had to come back, but it didn't quite fully dawn on me until he had already moved on. Anyway, YouTube TV. They have their packages now. So YouTube has officially transitioned from its one-size-fits-all into a collection of targeted YouTube TV plans. They're launching this week with 10 genre-specific packages for viewers who prefer a curated subset of channels over the massive base lineup. The price for the sports plan in particular is $64.99, with an intro for new users of $54.99. There's also a Sports Plus News plan at $71.99 with an intro of $56.99. And most importantly, these do feature the full suite of ESPN networks and integrated access to ESPN Unlimited. I'm excited to go to that site, see what all the various plans are. Maybe YouTube TV will once again be in my future.
Yeah, you'll remember that they had that beef. That's what this resulted in. Or that resulted in this. Anyway, Winter Spell, a new collection from Disney Lorcana, which I have some of the cards sitting next to me. Ooh, look at this lump sliding down some snow.
Oh, very cute.
Anyway, Winter Spell is coming out soon, and Disney Springs is going to be celebrating. First of all, you can pick up a promo card at World of Disney, a Goofy Magical Places promo, while supplies last, of course. And then they're going to have an artist signing on February 13th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Jenna Gray will be hosting a signing event at Disney's Wonderful World of Memories at Disney Springs. So you can stop on by if you're in the area, pick up some new Lorcana. What's interesting, Doobie, is this time they're not doing, they usually have the single player decks. This time it's all just booster packs, and they call it the Illumineers Trove, that box there that has some other goodies and stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit more expensive this time, I guess is how I'm putting it, because you can't get like the $17 deck. You have to buy, I guess you just buy some booster packs individually. You don't have to buy a box. Anyway, Disney D23 is going to be celebrating Walt Disney's Enchanted Adventureland with a Spotlight Series event in Glendale. This will be, you get to go to the Imagineering campus and shop at Mickey's of Glendale as part of the experience, but the presentation itself will be taking place in the I had it on here, airfield thing in Glendale. This is going to be March 28th. It'll feature Imagineer Kyle Barnes, who will talk about the Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar, and you'll get this pin, this 15th anniversary Trader Sam's pin, as part of the event. And of course, you can spend lots of other money at Mickey's of Glendale. Tickets for gold members will be $59 plus a $3 processing fee, and those will go on sale on the 13th. And then if you're a general member, it'll be $69 plus a $3 processing fee, and those go on sale the same day but an hour later. So 10 a.m. for gold members, 11 a.m. for general members.
Paradise is almost back, and I could not be happier. And to make it even better, this is the Hulu show, the hit Hulu show from last year. To make it even better, they have announced an official companion podcast called the Paradise Official Podcast. So trust me, the show is more creative than that. It is being hosted by Ryan Michelle Bavey. Do you know for sure?
I don't know.
I'm going to go with Bethay. She digs into the drama with the cast and crew of Paradise through piercing recaps, behind-the-scenes buzz, and insider deep dives into the characters, music, costumes, and stories behind the show's most unforgettable moments. And she does have the inside track that she is actually married to the star of Paradise, the man on your left right there, Sterling K. Brown. The podcast launches on March 16th. Nope. The podcast launches on February 16th, and the show premieres on February 23rd with a special premiere screening at the El Capitan Theater, which I will be at.
Very nice. Well, also coming just around the corner is Disney Adventure World's big debut, and they've announced a couple of new Spirit jerseys for that. There's going to be both a new Disney Adventure World Spirit Jersey, and then also one for World of Frozen. These will be available beginning February 13th at the World of Disney and the store at Walt Disney, what is still the Walt Disney Studios store, Walt Disney Studios Park. Pass holders will actually have a special preview event on the 12th. But I like these. I really like the color of the World of Frozen one. The design's just kind of okay. I really like the back of the Disney Adventure World. The name is the worst part, but it's got kind of that skyline, some of the weenies of the park looking as they're laid out as like a skyline. So I think that's kind of fun.
I agree. Very nice.
This just realized there's nothing in this segment. But here's what happened with the button, because it's funny. I went to go hit it, realized it was the wrong one, and then tried to go click the other one. And instead, I dragged it and then went back to click the wrong one. Anyway, this has been around LP. Go watch Doobie's video. We have lots of coverage. We talked about the Super Bowl. We have lots of coverage of the Super Bowl parade and all the fun from yesterday. Mickey and Minnie's new outfits that they have just for the Super Bowl next year. It's a very weird situation. But yeah, go check that out on Laughing Place.
And the rest.
Celebrity Jeopardy All-Stars was set to kick off in just a couple of weeks, but it's been delayed. It was supposed to arrive on February 27th. And now it'll be shifted to Friday, March 13th at 8 p.m. It'll be airing on ABC, and then you can watch it the next day on Hulu, but you'll just have to wait a little bit longer for it. And then Muddy Bites, something I never heard of, but they take, you know how you get like a drumstick or a different ice cream cone, it's got that like chocolate part at the bottom. They just get rid of the rest of that and just give you waffle cone filled with chocolate. And for Valentine's Day, they have special packaging with Mickey and Minnie. So you can apparently find these at Whole Foods markets nationwide and enjoy yourself some waffle cone and Mickey goodness.
That's funny.
Speaking of fun, where's my button?
And goodies.
And goodies. And why can I not find the button? There it is.
The fun stuff.
Everything got shuffled when I made that mistake.
So I have watched part of this, but I have not heard it at all.
Oh, okay, yeah, you need to hear it.
So here we go. We're gonna watch this whole thing. 1 minute and 5 seconds of Stephen A. Smith from ESPN talking Disney foods.
Top 5 foods at Disney. I'm gonna do top 3, okay? I'm very choosy, right? I don't like to just eat just anything, okay? Number 3 on the list right here. It's the vignettes, okay? The Mickey vignettes. I like those. They taste delicious, okay? We gonna roll with that. Remember when you in the park, you can't just stuff yourself with burgers and hot dogs all day. Can't do that stuff. You gotta walk around and get on all the rides and everything. Right? We gonna go to number 2 on the list. It's popcorn. I'm not gonna lie. I love my popcorn. This is very important. Listen to me right now. Number 1 on the list. Pretzels. Nice, warm pretzels. That's how I like it. Because even though bread sometimes can get to you if you ain't in shape, if you're not getting in the gym, if you're not taking care of yourself, it tastes good. But in the same breath, it ain't the kind of stuff like the burgers and other things that might elevate your cholesterol. You might not be thinking about that stuff when you're a young whippersnapper. But when you climbing up there in age, these are the kind of things that get to you. So you got to watch it. Top 3. Why? Because I'm Stephen A.
Few things.
So the reason I knew I needed to listen to this is, the comment from Disney on this. Sorry, I'm losing it here.
It's okay.
No, it was on the Instagram version, so it's not here. But it was, we're working on Stephen A's pronunciation for next year.
Yeah. But also, like, he not only does he mispronounce beignet, but then goes to talk about, oh, yeah, I can't just be eating hamburgers and hot dogs and feeling heavy. It's like, are you saying that beignets are like light? and then he doesn't even specify Mickey pretzel, just says pretzel. Like, come on.
He also, I mean, if we pay attention,
off the rules of the game right away. I'm doing 3. I can't think of 5.
It's delicious.
If we watch this here, the thing that most concerns me here is when he does number 2 right here. We'll get to it in a second. but you're going to see someone walk behind him. I think that's Dan Orlowski. He literally blows up Dan Orlowski's head right there.
That's like when Paul McCartney sings "Live and Let Die" and he explodes. So anyway,
thank
Stephen
you,
A.
Stephen A.
Smith,
Smith.
work on your pronunciation and also maybe go explore some other Disney snacks. Maybe try a Dole Whip. You might like it.
All right, we have reached that portion of the show where we find out just how smart Kyle is or isn't by asking him what happened on this day in Disney history. On this day, 2/5. So, 1/5. I wrote 210, and I think it changed it to like 1/5 or something. I don't know. Anyway, on this day, February 10th, 1951, someone was born. Some might say, other than Walt Disney, no one is more responsible for the company that this is today than this person.
Michael Eisner?
Oh, some might say him, but some might also say this guy.
Oh, it's not Bob, is it?
It is. It's Bob Iger. Happy birthday, Bob Iger. 1951.
Wait. Old CEO and new CEO have the same birthday?
What?
I think today's Josh D'Amaro's birthday.
Is it?
I think.
Okay, we need to know if that's true. That was not on my list, but
If that's like a qualification for being CEO. Okay, yes.
oh,
Bob
Dana
Iger,
really never had a
born.
chance.
Why isn't his birth date on here? But you just said it's his birthday.
Yeah,
so
Josh D'Amaro, February 10th, 1971.
yeah, 20 years difference.
Oh my goodness. Hey, that's a story. That's a good enough reason for a story. Wow. Josh D'Amaro is only 4 years, 4 days younger than I am. I didn't realize he was in 1871. Wow, that is trippy.
We
They have
thought
the
the
same
qualification was you need to be named Bob. In reality, you need to be named Bob or be born on February 10th.
birthday. Happy birthday, Bob and Josh. That is awesome. Old and new. I hope they're having a little party together, little double birthday. That'd be cute. All right. Anyway, that's something. I'm glad you knew that. On this day, 1981, an actress was born. She voiced one of the lead character in one of Disney Animation's more recent, extremely popular films. But you and I know her from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, Stephanie something?
Stephanie Beatrice, yes.
Beatrice.
The voice of Mirabelle. Mirabelle. And finally, on this day in 2002, the movie actually came out on February 15th, but we won't be here, so I'm doing the world premiere this time. On this day in 2002, the movie, the sequel that brought us the greatest Disney song of all time.
It's Return to Neverland. Is that the name?
Return to Neverland is the right answer. Yay. Good point, Gio. Maybe that's why they spent the day at Disneyland together the other day. They were both celebrating their birthdays. They should have had.
They didn't have their birthday buttons on. And Iger was still pointing with one finger.
So I was at DCA on DCA's birthday. I know you did a show yesterday where you probably talked about it, but I was in the park that day, and it was pretty meh. But because they didn't really do anything, they did almost nothing. The map was cool. The best part though was walking into the park. They had cast members from all the different areas lined up along Buena Vista Street as you walked in, waving and happy. And I was wearing my Dinosaur Jack hat. And most people had no idea what it was, but those that knew what it was were extremely happy and excited to see it. And it was such a good time.
And those who didn't were extremely concerned.
But enough people did that it made it worthwhile. All right, season 8 of The Streak is underway. Goodness, it feels like I just wrote this thing yesterday, and we are 8 months in. Is underway, and we've got some questions already done.
You
Golden
were in
Zephyr.
first place yesterday when we checked in. You were the only one who had faith in the Golden Zephyr.
I'm also the one that does the grading. So, but no, the Golden Zephyr, which we rode on DCA's birthday, the Golden Zephyr and Jumpin' Jellyfish, and that is, we actually rode it twice. We asked to re-ride because that's a fun ride.
And oh my goodness, please watch your children.
It needs more love. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, so it did not go down, and we did a crowdsource that I just graded. California, Jerry Goldsmith's birthday is today. Soarin' over California or Soarin' around the world, which is the best. And the vote came in, not unanimously, overwhelmingly for Soarin' over California, which we rode yesterday, Sunday, on the birthday, and my son came off with unpopular opinion, Soaring Around the World is better. And I beat him to a pulp, but he'll survive. And then today's question is, will Disney stock price close at 110 or higher tomorrow? So we saw it today.
It's there right now, but anything can happen.
It's up a lot too. So it could fall back down to earth or it could soar. So get your vote in. Check out the leaderboard. See if Doobie's still in first place. He is. Doobie's in first place. Kyle's in ninth.
Yeah. Because even though I wrote the question and knew the answer, I forgot to actually go and answer it.
That's the frustration. I do that so often. I will create a question and forget. I then need to go back and vote because I created the day before, theoretically. Anyway, thank you for playing Sorcerer's Streak.
And that's it for the itinerary. But today is a 3-show Tuesday. We have Barely Necessities coming up at 4 p.m. and then we should have trivia at 7:30 p.m. So make sure you subscribe, ring the bell so you know whenever we go live. And we're not going to sit here and BS for 3 more minutes. So we're going to say goodbye, but we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, everybody.